And here we go. One last time. Pro Cup FSB Racing. Wednesday night. And we're at Homestead, Miami for the season finale. We have already crowned our season champion, Robert Bokum, the 18 car. Congratulations to Robert. There he is in the Rockstar Energy Toyota. Uh, Congratulations to him. But we do have about 4 drivers running for, we'll say, 2 positions. Mark DeSenza solidly in second in the points. Um, but then the battle with Ken Ron, Steve Weber, Nicole Johnson, and Bossman Jim Ray for those final 2 spots for the trophies. Top 4 in Pro Cup will go home with a little hardware. Two trophies most likely have been decided. 2 more on the line tonight. Matt Watkins, welcome back in the 15 car, and he shows up. And of course, in his tradition, when he does qualify, he's on the pole. And just like old times, the 18 car Robert Bokum will be on the outside pole. So 15 and 18 together again. It's been a while. Matt, of course, not running the series full time. So very nice to see him back. So let's take a look here, and we see the field is filling up.
Drivers,
and the command. And we'd like to also thank Johnson Truck Lines for sponsoring the Pro Cup Series here on Wednesday night. Nicole Johnson, they're in the 5 car Swift Transportation Chevrolet. We appreciate her sponsorship of the series. We see the 98 car there, Sam Young right beside Nicole. Jeff Hale in the 29 car. Bossman Jim Ray will start on the outside there of Jeff. Ken Ron in the 303. Webb on the outside there in the 83 car. 151 of Guy Petra, 99 of Pops Marguson. Mark DeSenza electing to go from back to front, and he'll be next to the 46 car, Mike Scott. And you see our FSB Camaro pulling into the pits here at Homestead, Miami. 107 laps. And we're about to go green flag racing here for one last time in this season. Green flag's out, and away we go. See Matt Watkins out to an early jump. Robert Bokum going a little higher than I would think he wants to be, but Robert knows how to run here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Nicole right behind Robert, and Sam Young right behind Nicole. Robert going up high again. Nicole getting a little look underneath, and we can see a change of positions here, and we do. Nicole into second, Robert back to third. Sam maybe looking to try the same thing, and does. Looks like Robert giving ground here, running his own pace and line, and it looks like now he'll be able to settle in here in fourth. Sam up to third, Nicole up to second. Now Nicole moving up onto the back bumper of Matt Watkins, and we may have a little battle for the lead going on real quick here. You see Matt going up just a little high. He's up in the little grayish part of the track. You can see the 2 colors of the track. You want to be in the black. Almost a little contact there between Nicole and Matt. Down the front stretch there, going into the turn. Now Nicole was running that low line, but that was up a little higher, right on the back bumper of Matt Watkins. Sam has closed in this uh, battle for the lead. So we have a top three right there in your picture, the 15 to 5 and the 98. Cole really taking a look and wanting to lead that lap. Nicole is in the battle here for one of those trophies. And leading a lap would give her that a bonus point, and it could loom large in the final decision. We see Sam taking a really low run up down the backstretch there. Don't know if that was intentional or not. Maybe setup is a little loose, and looks like we have a caution out. And looks like Mark DeSenza is a little off the pace here. Let's see if something happened or if he just had a woe up. Oh, and we see big contact there between the 6 and the 99. It pops hard into the wall, and you see some smoke coming out of the cockpit there. Get out of the car, pops. Nice and easy. And you see it come to a stop back in the pits. And wow, what a really hard hit Pops took there. And let's take another gander at that. And you can see Mark in the turn, he's loose. You can see the car getting sideways right there, and it continues and carries outside to where Pops is. There's side door to door contact there, but man, that sent Pops almost head on into the outside wall. And you see the car lifting off the ground from the impact to the outside wall there. And as we come back live, we see Pops looks like was forced to retire from the race, unfortunately, and that's a bummer for Pops, I'm sure. So yeah, he's out of the race there. You can see. So just we'll leave 11 cars in this race. Looking down pit lane here, we see some cars have elected to stay out. Not too many laps. Let's check. Yeah, we're on lap 8 right now. We see Nicole in, Sam in, Webb in, Mike Scott going out. 4 tires looks like for both Nicole and Sam and Webb. Sam there, a little difficulty right at the end of the stop there, and that might have cost him a position there with Webb getting around him. Right now we see that guy Petra is our leader. Now Watkins showing in second. There's the Mark. Mark did have some contact there. I don't think he got into the wall or anything, so he should be okay as far as the car. Pops, of course, unfortunately had to retire from that heavy contact with the outside wall. That was a hard hit. Now we're looking at some cars peeling off down pit lane here. We see Sam and Mike Scott and 18 car Robert Bokum coming down pit lane. So these three will start toward the back of the. They will start toward the back of this. Not that that's a big deal with a lot of laps left. Small field, only 11 cars now running. As we go up through the field here, let's take a look. We see the 151 Guy Petra in the lead. Lights out on the pace car. Guy will be our leader. Matt Watkins second, Jeff Hale third, and boss man Jim Ray sitting in fourth, Ken Ron fifth. So an interesting mix for a top five right now. Matt Watkins, early leader from the pole, and now he's right behind Monsoon Motorsports, trying to end the season on a high note here with maybe a good showing. We got Guy Petra, Steve Weber, and Matt Watkins now joining the gang tonight. Green flag is out. And Guy will lead him into turn one. Of course, FSB rules, no passing to the backstretch. Matt Watkins gets a little higher than I thought he would there, but everyone giving him plenty of room to start this race. See Matt up on that higher side. Jeff Hale taking a look on the inside now, seeing that a little opening that Matt left him. Let's see if Matt continues to stay up, run that same line. He does, but Jeff cannot hold that position. You get ducks just kind of right behind Matt. And we see that Sam has gone a lap down. Not sure if Sam got a black flag there or not, that he couldn't go to EOL on, that he had to do a drive-through or stop and go. Bad break for Sammy. Battle for the lead is no longer with Matt Watkins reassuming his position at the top. Great battle for second now between the 29 and the 151. Jeff Hale and Guy Petra. Bossman Jim Ray with a fast-ish looking car tonight as well. He's right on the back bumper of Guy Petra, pushing him. Maybe that will be the difference, is now Nicole is joining the party as well in the 5 car. Now Jeff Hale side by side yet again with the 151. Let's see if he can make this pass stick. He got a little wobbly. Comes up right in front of the 151 but completes the pass. And now Nicole on the inside of the boss man. Again, Jim Ray looking to follow one or the other. Which one is the fastest? Guy Petra, Nicole Johnson. They've been battling. And both lines have been proven to be fast. Guy goes up a little higher than I think he'd like to. That might leave an opening for the boss man, and it does. Now he's side by side with the 151. Expect to take that position coming out of this turn here. Alright, so the 96 takes the position away from the 151. That puts the boss man up to 4th. Now he's closing in on the 5 and the 29. So the 96 car has come alive. So Jeff Hale and Nicole, 29 and 5, side by side. Jim Ray with maybe a faster car nowhere to go right now. 151 of Guy Petra, who also is a fast car and battling Jim just a second ago, is staying in it. And Jim gets on the apron. He's got to get off the gas. That's going to cost him a lot of time there, but avoiding any carnage. No yellow. So that is going to hurt Jim as he falls back now. If you look at trying to follow the transponders on the car as they update crossing pit line, 18 of 107 laps. So yeah, Jim Ray back to 7th now, was up to 3rd. So sometimes it's easy to get up there, it's hard to stay up there. Let's go back to our leaders. Looking at the running order, we have the 5 Nicole Johnson in the lead, 15 of Matt Watkins second, 29 of Jeff Hale in third. But there's a battle there with the 151 of Guy Petra. 98 of Sam Young showing a lap down. So Sammy will probably have to hope for a caution there. Sam looks like he has a pretty good car. He goes underneath the 151. And almost a little contact there. He had to drive down low a little abruptly, but now he completes the pass now to 303, trying to get around the 151. And now the 6 gets by the 151. So Guy Petra kind of going the wrong direction now. Robert Bokum on the outside of the 151. Excuse me. Of course, Robert, the non-traditional way of passing here at Homestead, Miami. Guy Petra to the inside, Robert Bokum to the outside, Mike Scott to the outside. Helping with a little push there for Robert. And it's paid off as Robert does get around him, and so does Mike Scott now. Looking to complete that pass, and then see if Guy can get in line, and he does in front of Webb and the boss man, who's fallen all the way back to the end of the pack. As we go back to the front here, we see Sam is trying to get back to the front the hard way, and he's got a fast car. It looks like he got around Matt Watkins, which is not easy to do no matter what lap you're on. And now he's side by side with Jeff Hale. He just can't let the car drift up like I think he'd like to. He has to kind of pinch the car a little there, and it's costing him the down the straight speed that he needs to do what I think he wants to do. Still plenty of laps, just on lap 24 of 107. So Sam got plenty of time to get into position to get the lap back for sure. 70 plus laps remaining. Cole running a very solid race. Start off this final race of the season. Yes, it is. FSB Racing crowning series champion. We'll crown our race winner, and we'll also congratulate our top 4 in points besides the champion. The top other 3, we'll say, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place in the overall points running order will also receive hardware. And right now, as I said before, we have 4 drivers going for basically 2 pieces of hardware. And that's what it should be all about right there. We'll get into that a little further as we move on down the line. But right now we're watching Nicole steadily keeping this lead at lap 27 of 107, so 81 laps remaining. Jeff Hale second, Sam a lap down. Let's check it here. We can see the 98 is showing a lap down. He's tried his best to get around Jeff in hopes of maybe chasing Nicole down, but right now Jeff is just too strong. And of course Jeff is the second place car in the race, and Sam is running a lap down in, let's see what place is that, in 11th place. Let's take a look at where Matt Watkins is now. See the 98 of Sam Young. There we see the 15 car. So it appears that Matt Watkins going into a fuel savings slash tire savings run right now. And he is a veteran sim racer, of course. He's won everything there is to win. Awesome driver, Matt Watkins, and glad to see him back on the track here at FSB. And right now, Ken Ron down below, the 6 of Mark DeSenza as well. We see a little side-by-side action with the 6 car Mark DeSenza, 15 and Matt Watkins on the outside there. So some wheel-to-wheel action there. Matt Watkins taking a very high line. Mark DeSenza going low. Looks like Mark might get the better of it, and he does take that position for Matt Watkins. Looking back behind Matt Watkins, we have the 18 car Robert Bokum. I think also doing what he needs to do for this run and saving tires and doing all those good things. Right now, as you can see, lap 32 of 107. Early caution. But other than that, we've had clean racing. Checking in here on Robert's numbers, you can see about a half second slower than his best lap right now on lap 32. We went green, I'd say about lap 10, let's say, for a nice round number. So 23 laps on the tires, we'll say, for Robert. But you can see still running quality laps. Let's go back to the front. Nicole's had a nice half-second, kind of quarter-second now lead over the 29 car of Jeff Hale. Then I needed Sam Young hanging on to Jeff there. But Sam is a lap down, so he wants to stay in touch with Nicole if the caution does come out. Ken Ron, the nice run so far. He's in third. Then we have the 15 car Matt Watkins. And then this pack trying to latch on to Matt and have Matt lead him to the promised land. We have the 18, the 46, the 96, and basically the rest of the field. But you can see them really split apart in the corners. Then they try to form back up in the straightaways, and I don't know if that's the best way to do it. See Mike Scott a little high there. In the corner as we go back toward the front. We're checking it here. So I think if my memory serves correct, you saw Matt Watkins there. I don't know if that was clutching or if something got a little loose there and he had to correct. but the car did jump a little on him. So let's check our running order on lap 37. So now we have just 70 laps to go. I would think pit stops might be thought about coming up. And we see that looks like Matt trying to stretch that fuel mileage here. Robert Bokum and Bossman Jim Ray, you see coming back to the front now. Jim was up at the front, slid back all the way, and now side by side with our series champion, the 18 car Robert Bokum. If we go further to the front, Nicole's still the leader, doing a great job so far. Keeping an eye on pit stops, which should be happening any time now. We see some good battling going on. The 1846, was that the 83 Steve Weber there, and 151 a Guy Petra. Pit stops might be on the horizon now, so we'll keep an eye on these guys. And there we see some pit stops going down. So let's take a look at who's coming in the pits. We see the 15 of Matt Watkins, the 96 of Jim Ray, the 18 of Robert Bokum, a little on the grass there. Careful, guys. Very easy to spin here. You see them all coming in on that access road as per the pre-race meeting. 98 of Sam Young, of course, a lap down, but he's bringing a bunch of leaders onto pit lane. So let's take a look at how they do here as they come in. And here we see the race off of pit lane. Ken Ron, Matt Watkins. You see Matt exploding, and you gotta be careful here, Matt. Don't want to get on the grass and spin the car. Very easy to do here. We're watching cars now on the track. There we see Nicole, Jeff Hale, Mark DeSenza, Matt Watkins blending back in. There's the 303 blending in. 96 of Jim Ray getting back in. Robert Bokum also getting back in. So nice and clean it looks like. Let's follow the rest of the cars here. And we'll also check running order to see who needs to pit. We see the 46 was shown as our leader. He's now on pit lane. 98 of Sam Young is showing in 10th, one lap down. Nicole is showing now in second. but she should be reassuming the lead with Mike Scott in pit lane getting the service done. So we'll follow Nicole now and see the reset at lap 46. She'll cross the line right here. And she is our new leader. After the green flag stop exchange, we see that not too bad. Jeff Hale is our second place runner. Now Matt Watkins getting by Jeff Hale. So 15 and 29 battling for the second position right now. Ken Ron fourth, Robert Bolton fifth, Jim Ray sixth. Sam desperately, now he is officially on the lead lap, but kind of on the tail end-ish of the lead lap. So great job by Sam though, getting back on the lead lap. He was a lap down. Still 61 laps to go here. There we see our second, third, and fourth place cars right there in a bunch. 15 of Matt Watkins, 29 of Jeff Hale, 303 of Ken Ron. Robert Bokum trying to join that group. Jim Ray right behind, Mark DeSenza right behind him. Checking Mark though, I don't see him. I see he's 8 laps down. I don't know what happened with Mark. Obviously something not good happened to Mark. So after Jim, you see there's a about a 3.5 second gap to 7th place Steve Weber. So right now the race is right here, as you see the 303, the 15, the 29, all battling together. And again, this is the battle for second, third, and fourth places. Robert Bokum in fifth, just in the catbird seat here, watching all this watching this all take place right in front of him. We see Matt, Jeff, Ken Ron, man, they're going at it tooth and nail here. Jim Ray, Robert Bokum have also swapped positions, it looks like. But these three, Matt Watkins clutching into the corners, really trying to stretch that fuel mileage. Jeff Hale on the outside, Ken Ron's been on the inside. They seem to prefer those lines, and it's worked out well. One going high, one going low. Jim Ray now looks like slowly gaining ground as they fight each other. So Jim with a nice run coming back again. Let's see if he can hang with these guys and maybe even take advantage of them hard racing now for, at least 3 or 4 or 5 laps now since we've gone back green. Or excuse me, not since we've gone back green, since after the exchange of the green flag stops. These three have been really battling hard. Now Jim has officially joined this group, so group of 4 now. And that's second, third, fourth, and fifth. And there we see that 4-car tango. And almost some contact between the 303 of Ken Ron, the 15 of Matt Watkins.
Ken getting a little loose coming out of the corner, and that's allowed Jim Ray to take advantage. I think Matt had at the very least, check up a little there. And that's allowed Jim to try to get to the inside of Matt Watkins. Nothing doing at the moment, though, as Matt has regained his composure there after that near disaster for this small field. If that would have been contact there, that could have taken out a bunch of cars. And right now, we see Ken pulling away now as Matt and Jim and the 29 Jeff Hale continue to battle. So now we're talking about the third, fourth, and fifth positions. Now Watkins really making that outside work with the momentum he gets coming out of the corner. You see the big clutch there. Allows Jim to get side by side, but then the momentum that Matt keeps allows him to get some good runs down the straightaways on the high side. But you can see Jim that has gotten now around Matt Watkins. And we'll see if Jeff will do the same on this corner. You can see Matt clearly clutching the car, saving fuel. So I think he's saying, if you want to pass, go right ahead. I have my own agenda. And one agenda that we need to talk about is the 5 car, Nicole Johnson. She's really run away with this race with a 5.5 second lead over Ken Ron. You see Sam Young there on the lead lap, but does not want to fall into the clutches of the 5 car. Wants to stay out front. We'll see if he can do that. It looks like he's got a pretty good run going as well. And trying to remember, about early 40s we had our stops. So if we had 30 to that, come out to about 70s. So maybe the early 70s we may see some stops. Now 30 laps, if you can go 30 laps and come in at lap 77, I don't know if you can do it though. I don't know if you can get 17 more laps. I think Matt Watkins is thinking he can, or he wouldn't be doing what he's doing right now. So let's see how it goes. This race has a very much a green flag feel to it. And you can see Jim doing the same thing now. So he's joining the Matt Watkins clutching in the corner bandwagon. Going back to the 5 car. Let's see if she's doing any thing special. She has a nice solid lead. She could definitely be coasting into the corners here and saving. We do not see any telltale signs like we see with Matt and Jim there. So let's go back to the 303 Ken Ron. Doesn't look like he. So the clutching and fuel saving has begun in this race. Jim Ray up to third, but over 6 seconds behind our leader, Nicole Johnson. Matt Watkins, Jeff Hale, Robert Bogan. They're all in the mix here. Let's see if Robert's clutching in the corners as he tries to save fuel. He's absolutely doing it. Early on in the corner, you see clutches in, lets the car roll around the corner, and then gets back on the gas. Nice technique there by Robert. There you see the clutch. He's back off. Lets the car roll around, and then he's back on the gas. In the draft, you can easily gain, even if there's a small gap there. You don't want it too big, but if it's not, you should be able to draft right back up to the guy in front of you. So let's check what lap we're on. Lap 66. So you'd still have to do 11 more laps to get into that window. But if you can stretch it now, uh, you'll have a number, and let's see what that number is. Again, I think they went green about lap 10. We saw stops happen in the 40s, the early 40s. So that's about 30 laps. So doing just a straight math, let's say lap 71 would be another 30 lap run, which of course would knock you out of contention for the win. But I don't know if you can do it. If we can see someone do another 5 laps or so. Right now, again, looking at numbers, we should be approaching lap 30 about right now on this green flag run. There we see our leader, Nicole Johnson, running all by her lonesome, 5.5 seconds back to 303 at Ken Ron. He's run a great race so far, nice and consistent, clean. Got up there, he muscled his way when he needed to, and now he's got a nice cushion there. But the 96 and 15 are coming. There hits a point where you save enough, and now it's the point of diminishing returns, which means you're not going to get any further benefits from doing what you're doing. So you might as well go into attack mode, and I think that's what we're seeing here with the 96 and the 15. See Nicole just out for a nice drive on a warm day here in South Beach, Homestead, Miami Speedway. And there we see the stop happening. So lap 72. So that would leave 35 laps. And see Nicole in. The rest of the field has not followed. So Nicole on her own, it appears, on pit lane. That puts the leader to be the 303 Ken Ron, 96 Jim Ray second, Matt Watkins third. See Mark DeSenza in. There we see Nicole coming to a stop. Tires going on. For tire change for Nicole. Fuel going in. Got to pack it full. And away she goes, and that's lap 74 coming out. So 100 and she'll have to do about 33, 34 laps to make it to the end. We're checking other cars now. We see Sam Young is in. Trying to find the 303 car. There's Ken Ron. He's in. Jim Ray, Matt Watkins, Robert Bokum back there have not pitted. Let's see, we're on lap 75 now. So 25 and 7, 32. Every lap that goes by for these guys is more manageable for one stop, where the guys who have already stopped, I don't know if they can make it. They're losing a lot of time right here, but it could benefit them as the other ones run out of gas toward the end of this race. Jim Ray making side-by-side action here with Matt Wyatt. Now Jim Ray and Robert Bokum and Matt Watkins doing one more lap. Wow, Matt's got really squeezing that mileage. There we see Jim Ray on the access road, Robert Bokum right behind him. You got to woe it down to 45 miles an hour right there. They lock it up across the line. Lap 77, so 30 to go. So awesome job of stretching fuel here. Matt Watkins is our leader. I would expect him to be coming in very shortly, if not this lap coming up that he is on. You see Robert in the pits, Jim Ray in the pits. Jim with a great pit stop, it looks like here. Saw the right side tires going on, and he's out in the way. Robert Bokum a little slower, and looks like Jim will get out of the pits ahead of Robert Bokum. Let's check Matt Watkins now. There we see Matt Watkins coming in. So Matt Watkins for his final stop, and man, what a great gas mileage he got. Pole position, number 1 pit stall. I'm telling you, Matt Watkins gone for weeks at a time, shows back up, doesn't miss a beat. Pole position, leading laps, stretching fuel mileage. Very impressive showing, Matt. Shows why he's a true champion and winner. And Nicole's had maybe the best car all night long here. And with Matt's pit stop, that would relinquish the lead back to Nicole. The question is, can Nicole make it? So we'll go back. There we see 18 car Robert Bokum showing now in second place. Mark DeSenza, of course, had some issues. I'm not sure what happened. But showing many laps down here, 9 laps down, but helping teammate Nicole keep that lead. Still 6 seconds, so Nicole's done a great job after these stops of basically maintaining the lead that she had before the stops. And that's a good thing when you're the leader. Robert was running with Jim and Matt, and now he's gotten around him. He's clutching though, and he got a little loose there, so you got to be careful. And you can see both Jim and Matt have caught him from that bobble there and gotten around him, and so now it's Ken Ron. So these 4 cars are all battling for position, and that is the second, third, fourth, 5th place cars right now. And Jim is still doing a little clutching, so he must have. And he gets a little high in front of Matt Watkins. Evasive action by Matt. He got cut down low, but no contact. It appears at all. Now Jim gets a little loose. You gotta focus now, Jim. Focus. Some tough racing with some of the best there. Overdrove the car. It looked like just a little there in that turn. Got loose. Lost a bunch of time now. So he goes from second place back to 5th. So that's, and we see Robert Bokum now going high. And I don't know if he had to get off the gas or if that's what he needs to do to make it to the end. But he's given those positions that he just took right back. And Jim back up to, the 4th position now, I would think, when we cross the line. There's Ken Ron in 3rd, Matt Watkins 2nd. Our leader is the 5-car Nicole Johnson. She's had about a 6 now, almost a 7-second lead. So Nicole really putting the hammer down. But I'm wondering how many laps she can go before she's going to run out of gas. Teammate Mark DeSenza definitely trying to help her with the draft, getting in front of her so she can conserve as much as possible. But I don't know if that's gonna. Man, if she does it, that's some good stuff. 15 plus 7, that's 22. 22 laps to go right now. Matt Watkins 2nd, Ken Ron 3rd, Jim Ray 4th, Robert Bolcom 5th. So these cars have been swapping positions since this last green flag stop. Jim was up there, Matt was up there, Ken Ron was up there, Robert Bolcom has also been up there. So things should settle down, I would think, as we close in on 20 laps to go. When they cross the line, there'll be 20 to go here. Final race of the season, FSBRacing.com, Johnson Truck Lines Pro Cup Series. We appreciate you joining us tonight as we crown our champion. And a little contact from Ken Ron and Jim Ray. No wall, but Jim lost the position to Robert Bolcom, lost a ton of track position. So Jim now has fallen back from that. Just a little touch of contact between him and Ken Ron. So many laps of good quality, close racing with no contact. It was just bound to happen something, and just a tick of contact, and that's all it takes there at these speeds and where on the track that contact is made. You see the lead was up almost 7 seconds, now back down to 6.2. So let's see if Matt Watkins is making some inroads here on our leader. And that's the 5-car Nicole Johnson with, what do we have there? 18 laps to go coming up. Now that time is down to 6.06, so Matt Watkins is making inroads into the lead. With 18 laps to go, now 17 to go for Matt Watkins. Let's check the times one more time. Check the times one more time. We see another half second has been shaved off of that lead. So these cars stay in line and do what they're doing. This good race could get much, much more interesting with that top two. With Mark DeSenza there, throwing in for good measure, that can be an interesting mix of cars here as we're hitting lap 92 of 107. Looking back ahead, we see Nicole. She's really drove a tremendous race, especially about this, maybe lap 40 or so, 30 or so on. Man, cars just come on, and she's really been fast and really not letting anyone drive and challenge her. She's really pulled away over a 5-second lead. Yes, the lead has gone from 7 to 5. So she has lost a couple seconds. Watching Matt Watkins now and 303 Ken Ron. Let's see what the time difference is as they cross the line. So it's steadily coming down. It's inside of 5 seconds now for Matt Watkins. Those two have been glued together a lot of this portion of the race. There's Robert Bokum right there still. He's faded kind of back a little, but then he comes right back. He's certainly in the draft with him. 96 had a little bobble there, had to get off the gas, lost a bunch of time and positions, but he's clutching, so he needs to make it to the end of this race. Is very important to him. Looking at the 96 car running in fifth, checking times here. We see that, remember, the lead for second was almost 7 seconds for Nicole. And now we see that the top 5 are inside of that time. So it definitely is coming down. Looking at these second, third, and fourth place cars, you see Robert Bokum really pushing teammate 303 Ken Ron, really giving him a push down the straightaway there. So will these 4 cars play a role in the win here? 10 laps to go. Nicole, don't know how she has enough fuel to make it, even with this drafting help by Mark. You can see the cars, just getting a glimpse of the cars in the same picture there. 3.5 seconds inside of 10 laps, not exactly 10 laps to go, excuse me. Matt Watkins, Ken Ron, Robert Bokum 2, 3, and 4 in the running order, but they're chasing down the 5 car, Nicole Johnson. Questions are multiple here. Does Nicole have enough fuel to get to the end? And if she does, she should have enough time. Will she have to start clutching the car and losing even more time? As you can see, it was, as I has said before, it was up to 6.99 seconds at its highest. Now it's down to, as they cross the line, 2.23 seconds. So 6 seconds of lead is gone. There you see Nicole going by, and you saw the other 3 cars, led by the 15 of Matt Watkins. With 8 laps to go, will they be able to run down Nicole? Ken Ron, Robert Bokum side by side. Looks like Robert really giving teammate Ken Ron a push down the back stretch there. Trying to get Ken up to the back bumper of the 15 car Matt Watkins. See, with 6 laps to go, the lead is 2.19 seconds from that 15 car that we see right there, all the way to the 5 car right there. 6 car Mark DeSenza helping out, lap down from the leaders. Has made a decision here to help out a teammate and see if he can get Nicole a Pro Cup win here to end the season, which is a great way to end the season on a high note, is to win the last race of the season. Big time. That's a good win to have under your belt to win that last race. Lap 104 of 107. So we have 4 laps to go. 0.66 seconds, so the lead is dwindling. And we see Matt, Robert, right behind him. Ron slightly fell back. Bossman Jim Ray. Jeff Hale back to 6th. He's struggling though, 11 seconds from the lead. Uh, and there we see Mark DeSenza is pulled down. Let's see if we're looking to find the 5 car, and as I suspected, the 5 car has retired, and that puts the lead into the 15 car, Matt Watkins. Let's go back up to the front. Robert Bokum, Matt Watkins now 1-2. Ken Ron 3rd, Jim Ray 4th. And that would be it. You see a huge 7-second gap on the white flag lap here. Will Robert be able to battle Matt for one last time here in the season? Yeah, I knew Nicole was going to not be able to make it on fuel. And Matt Watkins is your race winner. Great win by Matt. Great fuel strategy by all 4 of those drivers. Matt, Robert, Ken Ron, and Bossman Jim Ray drove a great race. Perhaps his best race of the season for the 96 car. He's got to be very happy with a 4th place finish. Now we'll have to check on points and see who gets the hardware. Tough break for Nicole here. And we're seeing Nicole here on lap 105. We'll see what happens here. You see heading down pit lane. Heading down pit lane just 2 laps shy. That's a heartbreaker for Nicole. Best car all night for sure. Just pulled over and retired. Knew that it wasn't gonna happen. But great car all night for Nicole. Congrats to Matt Watkins. Brilliant strategic race by Matt, and that equals win. And then we see our official standings. Matt Watkins our winner, Robert Bokum 2nd, Ken Ron 3rd, Jim Ray 4th. Those 4 cars really separated themselves with quality fuel runs. They were able to stretch it. The rest had to pit a little earlier, and they suffered at the end. 29 Jeff Hale also had a very good car early on. Steve Webb with a 6th place finish. Guy Petra 7th. Mike Scott, Sam Young 8th and 9th. And then there we see Nicole in 10th. Tough break. 2 laps short. Mark DeSenza issues. And of course we saw that early contact that sent Pops hard into the wall and out of the race early on. So great win by Matt Watkins. Welcome back, Matt Watkins, on the final race of the season. Robert Bokum is our FSB Pro Cup champion. So congratulations to Robert Bokum, and that is his first championship. So that's a big one, and I know one that he very much wanted to get, and he has got it now. So congratulations to Robert. So, and as the congratulations are uh, uh, coming in, I think Matt Watkins unfortunately has to step away. So we won't be able to chat with Matt, but we will talk with Robert, Ken, and see if we can get the boss man in here as well to wrap up our season here. Great runs by all of them. Great fuel strategy, great tire strategy. So good job by them very much so. Uh, so if you see if we can also get an update on the points here. Uh, let's take a look. And these are the final standings. So I do have an updated points. So we'll go through that as I get it all warm and ready for you. Also want to see if we can drag some guys up here. Let's see if I can bring the boss man up and see if he can bring up Robert and Ken here.
And since tire wear not that big
As I see, I pulled Jim up right in the middle of the conversation. So now that he knows that, maybe he'll join up once he's finished with his talk. But yeah, great win by Matt Watkins. Robert, Jim, and Ken all had the same idea, and Matt was just able to keep his car in front. Um, so we'll see if I can get Jim up here. So there we go. Let's see if I just sent a little note there to Jim if he can come on up when he is ready. And there we see our winning screen of the race. So again, Matt Watkins, big win. And let's take a look at these points and see who's going to walk away with the hardware. And
points are up.
Yeah, points are up, absolutely. And
Congratulations to our champion, Robert Bolcom. Let's pull everybody up here. They're all in.
Bring them all up, and I'll get
Thanks.
those points up here.
All right, interrupting your conversation. Everybody's in who's left. One of these smaller Pro Cup seasons in history finishes with a bang. That was a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Okay.
Robert, that's your first Pro Cup championship. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Finally
got over it. Finally able to get out of
arrived.
that second place. Yeah, we had a good chase. That made the difference for us.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Battle back.
And a great race. The lot of you, especially Jim, Ken, Robert, and Matt, of course, who couldn't join us. Good job with the fuel. I saw the savings. I saw the clutching in the corners. It really paid off as you guys were able to separate there at the end, Robert, and which is, I'm sure, exactly what you were trying to do.
Oh yeah, you hate to race like that because I think that would have been a good track to really race fun. I mean, I thought we had a fun Daggum, I don't know where Jim Ray come from. He was up on the wheel tonight. I think he think we was racing for the Pampers or something. But he was driving his butt off. But it was fun. I mean, I was trying to push Ken back up to Matt, and I probably should try to go on. But I was trying to work with my teammate and get us up there, and I needed probably a couple more laps to see if I had anything with Matt. But good to see Matt back out here as always. It's fast, and this is definitely his one of his top tracks, and it was fun. I had a great time out there tonight.
Yeah, and then we see the points are up, and the hardware goes to
Jim
Ken
Ray!
Ron with a great third place finish. Congrats, Ken. And Jim Ray edges out.
Me
Yeah,
by
it was a
1
great
point.
race. I've been watching
Edges
these
out
guys for the
Steve
whole
Weber
chase.
by
I'm
1
telling
point.
you,
Ouch.
I try to do
It's
a
all right.
little
I'll take
experiment.
top 5.
Absolutely. 5 in this class is great. Nicole having to pit cost her a shot there, and I was looking at the tiebreakers just now and all that stuff, so that lap lead definitely saved my butt. But I tried to run a little experiment for the sportsman guys to see, definitely one of the slower cars out there. I missed a race, had to park it on a couple occasions, but if you can just get into that chase and just ride around, try and stay on the lead lap, you definitely don't have to be the fastest. We know a lot of guys don't really want to come up and run the Pro Cup because of the setups and the competition, but it's by far the best race, and even if there's 12 here, I'll take these 12 over any other 24 out there.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because you know what you're going to get, and they're racing with Ken and Weber again. The last 6 races, if not the whole season, we're all about the same speed on average at most tracks, and it's just a blast. I never was really a fan of the chase, but I guess if you can use it to your advantage, it's pretty good. Otherwise, who knows what we'd have been racing for here. But big thanks to Nicole Johnson. She had to split, but our sponsor, Johnson Truck Lines, for getting 4 trophies. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to say, I'm stoked. It's one year we got 70 of them, out to the league. And when I used to do them all, and I don't know how many hundreds I bought, and I would get them for myself. I won the Indy 500s, or get myself one or whatever. But after a while, you're buying it yourself. So the first one I've ever had of a first season I've run in like 5 years, and some steel one's pretty special. So I got to go thank the missus for holding down the front on Wednesday nights for me.
Yeah, that might have to go in her trophy case, not yours.
Oh, absolutely. Sharp paperweight.
But yeah, so Ken, same strategy. Was that what was Nicole communicating with you guys? You knew everyone had to know she was not going to be able to make it. Is there a reason she broke off from the other Bochum strategies there?
I think she was just trying to get out in the lead and hope that a caution would come out, which it never did. And then she hooked up with Mark, and they were trying to draft and save a little fuel, but I think she was still a lap and a half short.
Yeah, Robert. So was that discussed over the channel when she had a really dominant car, and if she maybe just dialed it back just a bit, would she have been able to squeeze that lap and a half out?
Well, she didn't go down pit road that one time, and I think she was going to play the caution. And once she seen what everybody else was doing, she just kind of dropped the hammer. And I mean, that was the difference there from running it hard, and then the rest of us clutching. Once she hooked up with Mark, though, she got close. I think if she could have got with Mark that like next to last run, she might have had a chance at it, because she was going from 1.5 to 1.5 to 2, and it would have been tough for her clutching by herself. She would have wouldn't have saved it. I mean, we were pretty much all on the same agenda. I mean, we pretty much just all stayed in the same pack right there, and every now and then one of us get loose, and the other ones will be ready for it and get back in line and do it again. So, but a great season, everybody. I want to thank Johnson Trucking for putting the trophies up for us and giving us something to shoot for. And I thought the chase, I thought it worked out awesome. I mean, you had, I think, 5 or 6 of the guys that's in the chase miss races and still make the chase, and that's what it's all about. Because I mean, none of us do this for a living. It's all for fun. So you're gonna miss a race here and there, but still to come out at the end, like Jim Ray said, I'm not sure where he gets that. He's the slowest car crap out here, but he came. He had a great chase. I mean, he did what he needed to do, and so all you sportsman guys out there, I mean, it's not as bad as you think. Actually, it's kind of like the late model. Nobody wanted to run the short tracks, and as the guys ventured in there, now all of them, the ones that's in there like it, it's made them better drivers. Same with the pro setups. I think it'll help people out in the long run.
Hey, if I can do it and get a top 5 at the end of the year, y'all can do it.
Yeah, that's a ringing endorsement. I agree, Webb. I'm just, I'm just teasing you, but
No,
no,
this is
I
actually
agree.
my.
I'm very much hoping that almost every sportsman that ran this year as a sportsman seriously considers moving up, and for broadcasting and for showing what this league's all about. The pros are the best, of course, the best of the best. So we want to showcase that, and when we can get a 18, 20 car field in the Pro Cup, we'll really show what it's all about. So that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I think it'll make great. Like I said, we had there's no telling how many races we ran caution free to one caution, two at the most. And I mean, they say the setups are loose. They're really not. I mean, I've drove other setups that's just as loose at the start. But I think as long as they don't come out here and try to set the world on fire, just try to come out and get the practice when they can, get out here and get behind other drivers and learn it. I mean, you got a lot of sportsman guys that are fast. They just have to make that next step. Like I said, it's not as bad as they think, and I think once they get out here and get some practice, and they'll see it's really going to make them a better driver. It's going to teach them to be easy on the throttle and steer the car off the corner, and it's going to help them in the other series too.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, and let's hope for that coming in the off season, Jim. Thick off season to say the least.
Plate is full. The
Yes.
trough is overflowing, and that's usually how it goes. As much as I say we need less, we need less. It's like you see open dates on the calendar, and I'm like, well, we could squeeze one in on that Thursday. Hey, there's nothing going on that Wednesday, so kind of piece it all together. And it's kind of geared for a couple guys to run a few of them. If you're going to get in there and run them all, then that's cool too. But it's kind of supposed to be a variety, mixing the road courses up. One's on a Tuesday, one's on a Friday. Then we got a big. How about in February, the first 500-mile
Yes,
FSB race? That's not at Indianapolis.
Yes,
Um,
that's very exciting. A 500-mile 1X
you bet.
race.
That'll be
At
this.
Daytona.
I'll
They'd
tell
probably
you.
be Daytona BR. They'll be just going to imitate the Daytona 500 the week before. I mean, we do the Indy 500 the week after. We're going to start at the same time they would, and we're going to try and imitate everything that they do. And I'm also trying to pick some of the most significant races from around the world to imitate. We got 24-hour Le Mans, we got Indy 500, Daytona. Trying to think of something for nationwide or whatever. We're going to bring Eldora to the trucks.
Coca-Cola 600.
Coca-Cola 600 is another one we could do. There you go. There's a lot we can do to where when the big race comes, that time of year, you can drop everything, go hop on that, practice a little bit. 2.5 hours of Daytona road course, which I know Robert will be at because he's a veteran there.
I
And
was gonna say I am gonna this off season. I'm gonna try to relax, enjoy the family some, but I am gonna try to run a couple of road course races. I got decent in them, and they are fun once you learn them. So, but I do want to take a minute and give a shout out to Greg. Thanks for broadcasting these, man. It makes it to me it makes it more fun just listening to each other. And then another big shout out to Jim Ray. A lot of people that's out there listening might not know this guy, but he puts a lot in this league. This is his job. He's got a real job, and not just that, he's also a dad to two little ones. So for him to put as much effort in, he just does this league. It makes us more happy to be in this league, and we really appreciate all they do. I mean, we really do. You might not get a lot said to you sometimes, not when people are mad, anyways. But we do appreciate everything you do, man.
And he can race too.
Big deal. Exactly. He's a man's Superman.
Now I can go. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now I can go retire for about another 5 seasons, and then I'll come on back.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see you in a couple of years, Jim, and congratulations. You can sleep with this trophy for a week or so,
Right.
since first one you didn't have to manufacture yourself.
Yeah. Some assembly may
don't
be
let
required.
Milt see it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Oh.
thanks, guys. It's been a blast.
I also want to give a shout out to my teammates Mark and Ken for finished second, third, and again giving us another Baltimore Sports team title. So
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 finish as well.
Yeah.
I
man.
haven't
definitely.
added it
I
up
don't-
yet. Did you guys
Awesome,
get that one? I
sweet.
haven't added it up yet. Is that you guys
Yeah.
got it then?
yeah. I don't know if
You
I
sure?
have it's going to be hard to beat the season I had this year. I mean, I definitely had probably my best season ever, capturing the title. But the team titles make a big thing to me too, because it's us working together as a team what makes those. So I appreciate those guys stepping up and doing what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. And one guy can win a bunch of races, but in the team title, that second guy is just as important for the points. And yeah, the team has been solid all year, Robert, and a 1-2-3 Pro Cup sweep uh, definitely bears that out. And Nicole also with a tremendous season, and right there as well.
Yeah, you take the bad luck she had, the bad luck Mark had, and the bad luck Ken had, and you know they might be the one talking to you about championship because, like I said, they were up front. And Mark, I tell you, if he ever gets that monkey off the back, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
I know
hard to
he's
beat.
had some bad luck lately.
I mean, just then go nationwide. You're leading in motorboats. I mean, the guy's got the worst luck, but when it comes time to get up on the wheel, there's no one else I'd rather have behind my wheel.
I hear you on that. I agree with that. So, well, another great season, Robert. Congrats on your championship. Well earned. I know it's very satisfying. It was one that you wanted and you got it. And congrats on that. And
Appreciate it.
Boss Man, another great season for FSB Pro Cup. And look forward to our last official regular season broadcast Friday night.
Yes, sir. We'll see you there. Where are you guys running?
Maybe it's our second to last. I think Winston Cup actually has a rain out.
Yeah,
So we
Texas
do have
World
2
and then
weeks. Yeah.
Rockingham.
Yeah, Texas
Cool.
World coming up, and then the Rock to end the season with the rain out.
Texas World's always an awesome broadcast. Pit
Always.
Road, people will
Yep.
die on pit road. The
Yep.
banking is so severe. That's when a yellow comes out. So don't be the first one to pit. Everybody listening and get that yellow and stay on the lead lap because you'll get it. Green flag pit stops.
And don't
Yeah.
forget about the Rock. That's where Mark broke the world record, spinning out, leading, and taking out 27 cars.
Race.
So yeah, we got 2 more great weeks in the Winston Cup, and now we'll wrap it up for the regular season here at FSB Racing. So again, thanks guys, and look forward to Friday night at Texas World, which should be a great race and a big field again. So let's wrap it up and see you on Friday.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.